Hi, I'm Zack Esposito, currently the Associate Head Coach at Oklahoma State University and former national champ. Today we're going to pick up with our youth series and go into our second version. In the first video, we focused a lot on the youth coach as a dad, wanting to get involved in his kids' wrestling or in the local sports club. This video, we're going to level up to the next level. We're going to be discussing basic ties, basic scores, that is really going to help improve your youth club or helping in your own child's development of the sport. Though these skills are very basic, at the same time they're used at the highest level. So I look forward to seeing you and your kids executing this technique. Whether you're 8 years old, 18 years old, or 28 years old, there's three basic attacks in wrestling. Your single leg, which we'll be focusing a little bit more on the sweep single leg. A double leg, which is one of the first moves taught in wrestling. Simple, just grabbing both legs. And the high crotch. Simple, but yet extremely effective, even at the highest level in the Olympics. So we're going to go through the technique of the shots, and then we're going to break down a bunch of different tie-ups that can lead into these scores. So let's get into it with our single leg. So starting with our single leg, more emphasis on the sweep single leg. We're going to start from the ground up, okay? Even though these guys, this is my son Rocco and his club training partner Eli, we're going to start just from the ground up to just work on our mechanics of the sweep single leg. So we're going to start with our knee down and our lead leg up, okay? So I'm a righty, Rocco's a righty, Eli's a righty here. So we're going to go from here. So all I'm going to do is as I'm starting this leg up here, I'm going to lean over my leg, and now this arm's going to be turning the corner. Okay, it's going to be turning the corner. So as I'm going here, I lean over, I'm turning that corner, my hand comes down to the mat. Okay, from this position here, so if I'm doing it from facing the other way, I'm leaning, my right arm's turning. Now as I'm getting that corner, my hand goes to the mat, my other hand is tight to my body, okay, and I'm real focused on having my head and chest up, okay, having my head and chest up so I'm in good position. Okay, this is just a little bit easier when you're working with kids, focusing on their position and focusing on how to spin on their knee. Okay, so Rocky, Eli, you think you guys can do it? Okay, so we're leaning over here, lean forward, and now hit your spin. Go. Good, good. Okay, now, after you hit your spin, okay, I want you to stay in that position. So let me have this. Rocco, you face that way. Okay, Eli, you face this way. Okay, ready? So you're here. After you hit it, shot, stay there. Ready? Go. Good. Okay, so stay there. Now, if you look at Eli here, he's got a good strong back. His head's up. His hands are tucked in. Rocco's got a good, hard, strong back. His hands are tucked in here. Good position. Okay, that's good. Rest, shake it out. I want when they shoot, what I'm looking for when they're shooting is, I said position already, but my arms, I don't want them extended, okay? I don't want when they're shooting it, I don't want them to be here, okay? I want to try and make it as best as possible. So when you hit that corner here, and if you're having people, some of your youths having trouble, you could go ahead and put that left hand on the mat here, and now work my sweep here. Now I want their arms back, okay? The hand on the mat here and this arm's back, or if you want, they could go ahead and grab where their hands are back here. Okay? I always make the analogy to the kids, and they seem to get it, okay, is that if your mom walked in on the shower, how are you going to be? You cover yourself up. You don't want anyone to see you. So when you hit that shot and you hit that corner, those hands come tight. Tight to the side. Because right from here, we're going to work on coming up to our feet, or we're going to work on getting that corner. Okay, so let's have Eli, you face this way. Okay, and Rocco, you face that way. Okay, so now from here, you're leaning forward and go ahead and hit that shot. Ready, go. Good. Hands together, head and chest up. So And here, you kind of could come around and hit into your position or try to move your part, kid around just to focus on position, okay? So they get to learn how to squeeze their core, squeeze their abs, use their legs, okay? Just holding good, strong position here. Okay, let's try it again. All right, foot up. Okay, why don't you scoot back just a tad? Okay, ready? Go. Good. And then you can have a race with this, okay? Ready? Again. Ready? Go. Good job. Good turn. That's what I'm really focused on. Keeping that head and chest up, spinning on that knee. Okay, now here's the real challenge. Okay, we did our right leg. Let's do our left leg. Okay, even though they're not going to do it right away, you know, I'm trying to make their brains think and try to work that other side. So you got to think about how is your motion going to be. Ready? Go. Good. You see, it kind of caught you a little bit. Go again. Okay, and you just think about it. That knee comes down. When that knee hits, that back leg is spinning. That's it. Kind of kick that leg around. Ready? Go. Good. That's it. That's it. So even if they're not doing it correctly, you know, you work that opposite side just to kind of build up that muscle memory and build up those muscles. So starting from our knees and then get into that sweep single leg. You know, so when you get working from the ground up, you get past that position. Now we'll work from our feet, okay? So what happens a little bit when you're working from your feet is kids have trouble that when they step, they kind of nosedive into that mat, okay? Because they have trouble getting their bottom down to their ankle or to their calf, okay? So if you're in your staggered stance, let's get in your staggered stance, okay? Good. You could go ahead, like if I'm high in my staggered stance, you could tell your kids to go ahead and put their outside hand on the mat. See how Rocco's level lowers? See how Eli's level lowers here? Now it's going to make that sweep single a lot better. So from here, go ahead, you can pull your arm up. Keep it down if you want. Here, I'm going to step forward. As I'm stepping forward, now I'm rotating and hitting the same thing as if I had my knee on the mat. Here. Good job. Good job. Hold that position. Okay, let's face this way when you're doing it now, so you can see when you spin all the way around. In that stagger stance, step, and now hit that shot. Good job. Good job. And really penetrate here. What I'm focusing on also is covering the distance. So Eli, Rocco, come over here. I want to focus on covering that distance because if I'm wrestling Rocco, he's over here, and I want to hit into that shot, I got to step and I got to cover that distance. I can't just lower and reach for that leg. So focus on when I'm in my stance. Come here, Eli. When I'm in my stance here, when I step to my partner, I step. You see how deep I step? Guys, step deep. Go. That's it. Now go. Now cover that distance. Good job. Good job. Now as you're getting this also, work on coming up to your feet. So you could mix up your stances. You could do a lot of different stuffs in your drills. Come here a little closer, Eli. So say we're in our square stance. Square stance. Let's jump to our staggered stance. Good job. Now I'm going to step. I'm going to go. Good. Now from here, we're going to work on coming up to our feet. So now I'm in this position right here. I got to learn how to push off my back foot and step up and in good position. Good. So let's have you face that wall now, because when you turn a corner, bless you. Okay, face that wall. Okay, get a little closer. Get a little closer, Eli. Okay, stagger stance, step, spin shot, sweep single. Good. Now from here, I want you guys to step up here. Good job. Good. My bottom's down, okay? When I step up, what you're looking for is a good strong back. My bottom's down, and I got good strong legs here, okay? When they step up, what you want to avoid is this, where my head drops down, okay? Then I have my opponent can sprawl on me and do all those other kind of things and score some points. So right here on the O and the U, face that way, okay? Square stance. There you go. Relax those arms. Relax those arms. Even when you're coaching your guys, I always look for just tendencies to make sure they're relaxed but intense. Square stance, stagger stance. Good job. If you want, when you switch to that stagger stance, you can touch that hand to the mat just to know you're low enough. Okay? Now, sweep single leg. Go. Good job. Now coming up to your feet. Good job. You see that extra step? I love to see that. Here. Because when you hit those single legs and you hit those high crotches, you're looking to move them with your head and you're looking to step and get up and through them. This time, let's do it one more. Now, when you step and come up, let's shuffle our feet just a little bit. Okay, face that way. Square stance. Stagger stance. Step shot. Sweep. Good. Come up. Shuffle. Good. 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 Shuffling a little bit. So, from our feet into our penetration step, coming up and through the opponent. If you're having trouble with your kids on getting around the corner on that sweep single leg, this is a drill I actually picked up from Daniel Cormier. We were in quarantine in the living room, and my little guy was having a little bit of trouble of shooting a single leg, and he actually talked me through it and said, you know, this is what I'll do with my son, help him get that corner. So it's real effective. You know, now that you kind of see my boy just hit that shot, he could spin that corner. But if you're having trouble hitting that knee and spinning on that knee, this is a drill against the wall that was real effective. So you're going to be in your staggered stance and you're facing a wall. Now, you know, keep a little bit of distance from the wall, okay, just so you can feel, so you're not slamming into the wall. Now from here, you're going to step that foot to go into my sweep single leg. So you step. Now when you penetrate, that knee hits the mat, I want their back leg to fly, hit the wall. Okay, ready, go. Good, right there, okay? So now they're focused on turning that corner and spinning on that knee. Okay, if they're able to do that, you know, they don't get around the corner. The other thing he was telling me is like, okay, if they're having more trouble with that, as they're spinning, act like you're going to give me a hug. So if Rocco's here in his stance, he's going to step forward. Now as you spin, give me a hug, bud. Good. He's wrapping around, wrapping that arm, getting around like he's going to give me a hug, spinning on that knee. But a real good drill here, you know, as your kid's getting older and he's developing more mechanics, you know, you could do a lot of different things from here. We talked in our first video, you know, just a simple sprawl. Okay, so if Rocco, get in your square stance, Eli, get in your square stance. Okay, just sprawl and pop up. Ready? Sprawl, pop up. Good. So when they're doing that, now I can add combinations to get their mind thinking a little bit more like towards chain wrestling. So this time, sprawl, pop up, hit a sweep single leg. Ready? Sprawl, pop up, shot. Oh, we got it. Good, Eli. Ready, Rocco? Sprawl, pop up, spin. Good job. Okay, so now I can add to that DC wall drill where they're against the wall. Let's go ahead and sprawl, pop up, and now hit it. Ready? Sprawl, pop up, boom. Good job. Good job. Hit that wall. I need you to hit that wall with the back foot. Do it again. Eli, get a little closer. Let's see it. Ready. Sprawl. Pop up. Bam. Good job. Good job. So, good one to add to. All right, now we'll work on that sweep single leg with our partner. This is like the ultimate dad drill at home. Okay, so some of you dads that got your kids, you know, and you're bored for the day. Sorry, Eli. You know, you just pop up in the living room and say, hey, hit some sweep single legs on me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, you know, I'll be the dad right here. Eli, come out. Okay, not yet, Rock. We'll do that one after. Okay, so from here, what I want him to do, okay, what makes you a little bit easier, you see how Eli's square with me? Okay, my feet are kind of in line with his feet. Eli, what I want you to do is just get a little angle. So I want you to put this foot in between your legs. So kind of move off to the side. Okay? Yeah, so you see how my foot is looking through his legs? Okay, that's just going to help with his angle. Okay? Switch to your stagger stance. Good. Now from here, he's going to step. Try to step. When Eli steps, I want him to step almost deep, like parallel to my foot. Come over here. When he steps, I want him to step parallel to my foot, working that deep penetration step. Now from here, it's the same motion. He's going to turn, hit that corner, and wrap around my leg. Go. Good. And you see his position right here. Good head is up, strong back, hands are hidden. Okay? His bottom is off his heels. If you look at that, his bottom is off his heels. Okay? What you want to watch of your youth doing is you don't want them down here. Okay, if I'm down there, then, you know, I could sprawl, I can do some other things. All right, Rock, come here. We'll do it from this side with you. Okay, so you're square to me. And you can add to this. We start square, I want you to work, get a little angle. Move to the side. Good. Now step and shot. Good job. Good position right here. And I like how he's kind of pulling my leg in. But like again, what I'm looking for is his bottom off his heel, and he's leaning into me. Okay, leaning into me. Now come here, Eli. Let's do it together. So, as a bigger guy, you know, it's a little bit easier for them. When you get kids working out together, this is when you got to focus on being a good partner for each other. Okay, so guys want to tend to wrestle all the time with their kids, which is great. But I got to remember that I'm just going to be drilling this right now. So while I'm drilling it, I want to be a good partner, and all you're going to do is stay in position. So Rocco, let's do it from the side. So you're going to be going on Eli. So just square your feet up in your wrestling stance. Square your feet for him. Good. Now Eli, I want you to get a little bit closer so you're not far. Now I want you to take a side step. So you're square, move to that side here. That's it. Now from there, step, sweep. Good position. Good. Right there. Okay, good. Rocco, let go. Let go, Eli. Now right here. Stay over here. Okay, square. Get an angle. Oh. Go ahead, Rocco. You go. Get an angle, Rocco. Good. Step. And hit. Good job. Good. I like right there. You know, he's getting eager. He's going into that next position. Hey, hold on, bud. We got more video of this. Okay? Good. So, that's good. Now, obviously, I want to work both sides of the body to get better at it. So, say I'm a dad and I got 2 kids at home. Okay? We'll do the double dad drill right here. Okay? Get in front. I got a leg here. He's got a leg here. So, Rocco, you got to shoot with your left leg. Okay? Eli, you're shooting with your right. Okay? Working your sweep single legs. Ready? Go. Good. Back up. Switch sides. Switch sides. All right, Eli, pressure's on. Left leg lead. Right leg. Ready. Step and go. That's it. Good. Good head. Good. Good. Get up a little higher. That's it. Good position right there. All right, switch sides again. In that stance. Ready. Go. Good job. Okay. All right, one more each side. This is your practice time. All right, ready? How about this time? I'm going to do a sprawl, pop up, and then you have to shoot. All right, this will be a little bit of a race. Remember, you're shooting with that leg. All right, in your stance. Throw. He beat you. Okay, ready? Go. Pop up. Good job. Good position, good position. Good job. Okay, so penetrating with our partner. I'm bringing in special guest Zoe, who's also fanatic instructor. Now we're going to be working on, after we get that single leg, working on our mid-level finish. So if I'm wrestling Zoe here and keeping it simple still, I'm just going to step to that leg and I hit that penetration shot here. Okay, I'm going to move just in front right here. Okay, now from here, my hands are hidden. My hands are hidden. I'm back here. I got my head and chest are up. Okay, I'm in real good position here. I'm keeping my head right into his chest right here. Now from here, I'm going to push off my foot and I'm going to bring that leg up. Instead of bringing it all the way up to my armpit, I'm going to push myself up to a mid-level finish here. Okay? Now, I want to teach this mid-level finish because you're going to get put there the older you get in wrestling. So if you avoid that situation, it's only going to catch up to you later on. Okay? So when I'm here on wrestling Zoe and I push up, I'm bringing it to this mid-level finish here where his leg is in between my legs. Now this is where that analogy is. If someone walked in on a shower, how you be? My hands are tight, tucked here. My knees are pinched together. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm pinching his leg in between my leg. And now my lock is an overlapping lock. So my hand's straight, my hand is wrapping around, and I'm grabbing the fat part of my hand right here. Okay? Now from there, I'm not thinking about pulling this leg in. I'm thinking about rowing the leg in and down. So if I had Zoe's leg up in the air here, I don't want to be pulling that leg in. If I'm pulling that leg in, I'm at the crack of his knee, and this is where Zoe's really good on his defense. If he's at the crack of his knee, he pulls his leg back. Now I got a real hard time of finishing. Zoe could always break my lock here. It's just going to be real taxing on me. So what I want to do is, as I'm coming up, is I want to keep my lock below the knee, on the calf or on that lower part of the calf. I kind of want to be right below that calf right here. So my hands are tucked and they're hidden. Okay, they're hidden through my legs. Notice that my elbows are back. My elbows aren't here so that Zoe can't grab them and break them. Okay, so my hands are back. Now the next thing too is having a good pinch with my legs. Okay, my knees are pinching together. All right, you know, to the point where you could do drills with kids where you just keep that knee pinched and just walking backwards here with my partner, making him jump. Okay, so working on my penetration shot still. I'm here, I get a little bit of an angle. I step, I hit that corner, here. Now from here I push, I get up, his legs in between, use my legs as extra arms to pinch and hold. Now from here, I'm in position to score. Okay, now from here, I'm hidden, I'm going to do what's called a flank finish. My back hand is going to reach through. It's going to go right on top of his knee. I'm going to keep this arm back, and all I'm going to do is circle behind him. It's one of the basics finishes to the single leg, and one of the most effective ways to finish in a single leg. As I'm wrestling Zoe here, I step to that corner. I hit that sweep single leg again. Boom, around. Now from here, I push up, I pinch, hide my hands. Okay? There's talk and preference of how do I want to lock. Is it okay if I put my top hand on top? Do I want to put my back hand on top? I'm more of a backhand on top person just because that was the way I was taught as a kid. Some other people is like grab whatever you could grab. Okay? The reason I like backhand on top is that it flows into my offense a little bit more. And if I have my top hand on top, he could reach down and peel there or peel my wrist off. If he reaches down to try and grab my hands now, okay, they're too far back. All right, so I'm here, I'm flanking across, and now I'm moving that backside down. All right, come on, Rocco, Eli. All right, Eli, you want to do it, or Rocco? Well, each of you guys will do it. So, single leg, coming up, pinching, flank finish. Remember our flank finish. You want to go first?
Sure.
Okay, get a little closer. Get that angle first. Sweep. Good. Up. Up. Good. Okay, this time I want it in between my legs. Good. Head position. Right there. Good. Pinch those knees together. Pinch, pinch, pinch. Good. In that stance. Now, backhand flank and circle backside. Remember this. Now, backside. Good job. Okay? Not bad, but I need you in a little bit more of an athletic position. You're here, you get this leg up, and you're like this. I need you here. See how I'm down there? Then I can flank and drop you. Pop up. Let's do it one more time before Eli goes. Okay, start almost head to head. Get that angle, sidestep. Step and go. Boom. Up, head position. There you go. Good job. Flank. Good job. Getting that too. All right, Eli, let's see it. Let's do it from this way. So Rocco shot going this way. Let's have you shoot going this way. In your stance. Square stance for him, Rocco. Good. Sidestep. Shot. Good. Up. Flank. Good job. Okay, so as I'm doing this, I'm trying to point out even a little bit of mistakes or a little bit of critique. And let me pull Zoe back out here. Okay, so what you're looking at in the mistakes of your own guys. Stay out here. Okay, when they're coming up, you're watching their head so that it doesn't drop down. You want to focus on trying to keep your head up. So Eli, when you're going, you want to look about keeping your head up into his chest. Okay, pinching. When I'm flanking above the knee. I'm not flanking below the knee. Above the knee, and now I'm working to the backside. So I want to see you guys, when you're coming up, I want to see more of this. You see how much ground I cover? When I'm pushing them. Okay, get back in. Pushing up. Okay, let's go, Eli, go. Sidestep. Hit that shot and stop. Good. Okay, good. Now, when you come up, I want you to come up into them. There you go. Now, flank on top of the knee, work backside. Good job. Okay, don't go to your back, you're pinned. Okay, so working with your partner, mid-level finish, flank. Now we're focused on a high finish from our single leg. Okay, so when I hit that single leg on Zoe, here, whether it be I come up, I have this leg pinched off. Okay, now, I like going into that flank finish because even if I'm in bad position, if I drop into that flank, it puts me in good position. You see what it does with my knees? It makes me bend. Rather than up here, I'm trying to finish, my legs go straight, my back is straight here. I want to be bent. Okay, in good position right here. Now when I go to flank. Now, Zoe is pretty athletic, so he's going to stay hopping with me. As I'm flanking, he's hopping. Okay, as he's hopping, I'm going to clear this leg out, and I'll pull it all the way up. Okay? When they get that leg up, I'll look for them to come to the back of the head and trip. But what you'll find with a lot of little kids is they want to put it up. They'll put it up on their shoulder here and then working to finish. The main thing is that I'm looking for is that they get that leg up. Ideal finish when they get up here, I'm going to be uppercutting his leg and I'm grabbing my chest on this far side. When I'm able to do that, I keep my arm up. I don't want to keep my arm here bent. If I do that, his leg gets heavy. So I want to take that pressure off by bending that leg up. And Zoe will tell you, get a little more in depth about this. I'm taking this forearm and I'm running it right across the calf here. And you can see Zoe kind of squint here, okay? Because I'm putting that pressure. And when I do that, what it does is it bends his knee, okay? Now, ideal finish also, I'm going to find the back of the head. I'm going to take my right hand to the back of the head. I'm going to start to circle him. As I'm circling him, I'm going to kick this foot out and I'm just going to trip him to his butt. Right there, okay? Just a trip. I don't have to run and kick that leg. I'm just trying to trip him. So I'm here. I get that leg up. I run that flank. As he's going, I pull that leg out. You see, I clear that leg out. I'm up. Okay? A lot of times I can just trip here. Okay? I can put it up on my shoulder. Make it even higher for him. Or if I settle back. Settle back here. Reach for that back of the head. Circling towards the front. As he's hopping, I'm just laying my foot out. You're there. But if you get the kid's leg up, if the youth get their legs up, they're likely to score. So let's bring Eli. Rocco, come back out. Okay, you'll each do the move. When you hit that sweep single leg, I want to see that flank right away, and then I want you to bring that leg up, okay? All right, in your stance. In that stance, get a little closer. Side step, shot. Bottom down, up, flank, 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 flank. Stay up, Eli. Clear that leg up. Good job. Good. Run him down. Good job. Good work. Good work. We've been working some freestyle, so as soon as he took him down, we're looking for that gut wrench, right? Okay, Eli, you think you can do it? All right, now Rocco, you got to be a good partner. Like, don't be, good, strong balance. All right, ready, Eli? Give me a little bit of a side step to close that distance. Yeah? Step and go. Good. Up. Up. Good. Keep it up. Before you go bring it up, let's bring it down here. In your legs. Pinch. Head in. Flank. Flank. As you say, now clear that leg up. Good job. Now triple. Good job. Good. Good. So, in a match, ideally, Eli might have took that shot, bring his leg right up and score. But at the youth age, and really kind of throughout your whole career, you're constantly trying to develop. You're constantly trying to evolve your style, and you really want to make yourself familiar with as many wrestling positions as possible. Okay, so if your youth's not doing it correctly, try not to get too frustrated. Okay, they got a long life ahead of them of wrestling, but focus on trying to learn those positions. Okay, so even if he's doing it wrong, I'm not gonna, crucify him too much for it, right? Okay, but what I'm trying to do is I want him to get familiar in a lot of positions. So what I'm showing you, this is the same stuff I'm showing my kids.